Nagging and settling. This is Tammi C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? I'm okay today. I'm okay. Tired. I don't know what I am. I'm something. I'm struggling today. But hey, it's all good. I'm gonna jump in that nice hot shower, and that always perks me up. Okay, so what's up with this nagging and settling thing that we do, ladies? Before I get started, please hit subscribe and hit like. And I think I told you all that I was going to be doing a series on, dating and relationships for the ladies. Just trying to help, some of the ladies with some of our, I don't even want to say techniques, just behaviors. And it's coming from not necessarily a bad place. Sometimes it's a way of, living. We've done it this way for years. Unfortunately, sometimes our moms, if they have had bad experiences, they'll give us bad advice. Or sometimes it's desperation. You just simply don't want to be alone. And I get it. And you start doing things that's counterproductive towards you getting a long-lasting relationship and ultimately marriage, if that's, of course, what you want. So what's up with this nagging thing that women do? We as women, we can be emotional, and that's okay because God made us that way. But men are wired differently than us. They don't like arguing. Now, I always got to put this out there. I'm not talking about a toxic guy. A toxic guy, unhealthy guy, he will like arguing, controlling, verbal abuse, physical abuse. We don't want those guys. So you automatically get the heck away from that behavior and that person. So this does not apply to them. Mostly I'm talking about healthy people. As healthy as we all can be. So a good man, he does not like to argue. And it's been studied that when men argue, it takes hours for them to come down off of that emotional, charge. Whereas some of us women, we can go on and on to the break of dawn, and it seems like we enjoy arguing. I don't want to sound, how can I say? It's some stuff I don't like to say because it sounds bad, but I really don't know how else to say it. I've seen situations where a lady will go on and on to the guy. And I told him that he needs to get it together. He needs to get out. And he don't do nothing, that I ask him to do. I need help around the house and he see me all burnt out. He just keep on letting me burn myself out. And I told him that he needs to get it together or he can be replaced. I don't necessarily need him. I did that boo 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 boo. Y'all got me? Good. That's not working. Nobody wants to hear that. And this goes on both sides. After a while, your words fall on deaf ears. Let's do spanking with kids. Oh, I could do my little sister. Lord, please don't lie. She don't listen to my stuff lately. So I'm ready to talk about her. She has a 4-year-old. My nephew, he's very hyper, and it's something else. I'm not really sure what's going on with his behavior. Cute as a button. I love my little nephew, but he very hyped up, very hyped up. So when I'm on the phone with her, she'll say, "Stop Marlon." His name is Marlon. I told her his name was Stop Marlon now because that's all she said. Stop Marlon, stop Marlon, stop Marlon, stop Marlon, stop Marlon. Do you all think Marlon is really stopping what he's doing? No, because he's immune to her saying that. It doesn't work, but she keeps doing it while we're on the phone, and it does not work. All of that nagging that you all are doing, or some of us do, or have done with men, it is not working. They have turned a deaf ear to what you are saying. And it's annoying. I don't like anyone doing that to me. I really don't. So we have to think sometimes. I know we're frustrated, we're burnt out, and some of this stuff, we have to take some of the blame. You know what you got with these guys. Come on, ladies. You know you got a guy that's not going to do much or nothing. Around that house, he going to watch you burn out. I'm going to give you all a real life example of me. Many years ago, I told y'all most of my stuff is 20 years ago, where I did a lot of my mistakes. I made some current mistakes recently, but my bulk was 20 years ago. So let's go take it back. Take it on back. I was dating a guy. And so you all know when you dating, it's certain setups that go on with the houses. I had my own place in the western burbs here in Illinois. He lived on the south side of Chicago. And I would spend a lot of time at his place versus him coming to me. He came to mine too. We would alternate. And he wasn't the cleanest, which is another turn off. I just don't like that kind of stuff. So I'm over there cleaning. Sometimes I would cook or buy food, or he would buy food. But the stuff was draining because I had a whole nother apartment in the western suburbs in which I keep my place nice. I actually loved my apartment. It was a nice, spacious apartment. But I'm always at this not as clean place on the south side. And I would feel so, like, just drained because I'm trying to keep his place clean. Then I would go back home and maintain my place. And what am I doing? What am I doing? We just dating. And it was just daunting, you all. Tiring. I hated it. And so that showed me right away. I never want a man that's just a slob. I don't want a guy like that. You don't have to be perfect, but my goodness, I'm not a maid. And men, we got to stop this stuff we doing. We think that women should be submissive, clean the house, take care of the kids, work as hard as us. And some women make more money than the man, because my mother made more than my dad. And sometimes it's just set up like that. Depends on what field you're in. It can go like that. But you can't expect your wife to do everything and burn her out. And then she looking at you upside your head. She don't like you. She resents you because you burnt her out. And I'll say this over and over. If you are not the domesticated type of man that don't want to help with dishes, I don't know why people washing dishes though, because a lot of people had dishwashers. And so some of these arguments are just, we wasting a lot of time on shit that don't matter. We arguing over stuff that don't matter. Throw the damn dishes in the dishwasher. That's the kind of stuff that irritates me because I think some people are freaking addicted to negativity and arguing. Why are you arguing over dishes? Throw them in the dishwasher. For real though, this is ridiculous. So that's an argument. He won't do this. He won't do that. Okay, some men, they're not going to vacuum. They are not going to mop. I'll take another real life scenario. My dad, he wasn't vacuuming and mopping. It wasn't happening. My dad did not do laundry. But I'll tell you what Otis Walker did do. He cut our grass. He bought groceries. He was a phenomenal cook. So he did a lot of stuff. He had a garden. He made sure we got our homework done. He did a lot of stuff. He just didn't do the laundry. He wasn't going to mop, vacuum. Well, I don't even know about sweeping. He wasn't doing no laundry. But that part, I might have said laundry twice. But anyway, he wasn't doing it. But he did a lot of other stuff. And he paid the mortgage, okay? Hello? He kept that roof over our head. So pick and choose your battles. My husband, future hubby, you don't have to vacuum. So I'm just going to go on the last guy. He does it all but cook. He do not cook, but he vacuums. He mops. He cleans better than me, actually. He scrubs a bathroom. He washes dishes. He does everything. Takes out garbage. He assembles stuff. He does it all. Except cook. And that's okay because I could cook. So pick and choose your battles, but don't keep nagging. It doesn't work. They're going to turn a deaf ear, and next thing you know, they're out. Okay, another thing nagging does, it pushes your guy away from you. Sometimes it pushes your guy into the arms of a new lady. Because while you're nagging, and this new lady could be a floozy. which they usually are. Because if they know that he's married or involved, they should just back up anyway. You don't have to push yourself off on the guy. But they're going to sound great to him because all they hear from you is, why you don't never do what I tell you to do? I told you we need to go out more and da da da. So all they're hearing is the negativity from you. But the new lady, you look nice today. Oh, you and your girlfriend having problems? She should appreciate you. You're a great man. So they pumping up his ego. Because you all know, all of us can be ego driven. Ego is powerful. They pumping him up, but then when he come home and see you, it's like, ugh. There comes she ready to start that nagging. Ladies, have you noticed this? And I know I get this. I need to talk to you about what? This happened recently. About what? What's going on? You know, it's like always on alert, like I'm going to say something. So just stop all this nagging. So I know it's not easy when you've been doing this out of habit, but kill the negativity. No, don't be fake. Hi, how are you? Everything's beautiful. No. But this is the way you phrase stuff. And if you've been saying the same thing for 2 months, 2 years, and it's not working, I think you should stop. And some of us have to make a resolve. My guy is not going to do, and fill in the blank. We are not in the business for changing men. That's not what we do. Many of these men are the way they are because this is how they were raised. Other women have spoiled them, or maybe this is just how they are. We have to say, is this something I can deal with? Is this something I could deal with? The couples that have been together for 30 years, guess what they say? That's just Michael. You know, these ladies, they know that this is how their husband is. That's just Brian. That's just how he is. And they're okay with it because they have decided this is something I can live with. Nagging, it doesn't work. Cursing out and going off and blocking their number, all of that stuff is for young girls. When you are a sophisticated lady, we don't do that. I don't grab cell phones and try to crack the password. I have 2 phones, you all, a work phone and my own phone. I don't have time to grab somebody else's phone. I don't have time. It's just something I just don't do. I've done it 20 years ago and I found something that I didn't need to see. So that broke me up from that. Snooping around, all that stuff it's silly. It really is. If you got to do all that, probably not the best person to be with. Okay, settling. I was watching something last night, With Love on Prime. This is season 2. It's a cute, it's a dramedy. That's what they call it. So you might want to check it out. So it's a scene where this really pretty lady, Lily, is the star of the show. She wants to get married. So she's with this guy. They broke up. But she's with this guy. It kind of was rocky at first. It got smoothed out. She moved in with him. She moved back out. And then now they're getting along really well. Initially, he told her, I do not believe in marriage. She really wants to be married. She's from God, I hope they're Mexican. I think it's a Mexican family that really believes in tradition and marriage. He does not, this gentleman. He looks mixed, like black and, Latin. So, they're getting along great. She thought he was going to propose to her because it was like a ring box in his coat. Come to find out, he was offering her the key and like a pendant or something to move back in. So she gets all mad. I want to get married. And he's like, I told you already, I don't believe in marriage. Okay, so what do you all think that they should do? Me personally, I was like, don't beat a dead horse. You believe in marriage. He doesn't. It's a deal breaker. It's not going to work. I know it's not cut and dry like that, but what is she going to do? Make him marry her? He doesn't believe in marriage. Now, I think he should elaborate because he never said why not. Did something bad happen? Did he see something bad? See, this is where communication goes a long way. If he would tell her why, maybe it'll make more sense. But if that's what she really wants, why waste your time with this guy? But that's what we do as women. We'll settle and think we're going to change them. I think somebody, and I don't know who, there's not a client, somebody wanted kids. The other person did not. No. I think they told her they did want kids. After they was married for a while, they were like, oh no, I don't want kids. The guy. And so now the lady wants kids and the guy don't, but she feels duped. That's not cool that he did that. So make sure you're on the same accord with the person you're seeing. And if they switch it up on you, you can't help that people are not being authentic, or people have a right to change their mind, but it sure don't help when they get you caught up in their web, which these things happen. It happens in marriages. How many people been married 30 years, 20 years, and they get a divorce because somebody changed? Don't we all change? I'm not who I was, thank you God, as a 30-year-old. I was real innocent and naive, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know much of nothing, to be honest. And now, as a more mature woman, I'm not saying I know everything. I'm still learning, but I don't think and move the way I did 20 years ago. But don't settle. Don't get that desperation in you. This could be the last hurrah. I'm gonna end up dying alone. I'm probably never going to meet another guy. Like, why do we say these things? It's fear. It's really fear and negative thinking. You meet people every day. You see people every day. If you live like in a city like me, 2.7 million here in Chicago, although I'm mostly in the burbs. A lot of times I'm in the city working, but I'm in the burbs more. But it's still a lot to do where the area I live in. And it's people everywhere. It's summertime. So stay positive. Watch the nagging. If you're currently in a relationship, pull back and really learn how to voice your opinion or ask for what you need, but not in a negative, nagging, going off tone. That's not productive. Say things like, I feel like you're not helping me. I feel like you're not listening. I feel like, stuff like that. You're kind of like saying how you feel instead of saying you. Because nobody likes to be blamed. I'm not trying to give men a pass because they don't deserve that either. But we do have to be, I think a little bit kinder. Men have feelings too, and they just as sensitive as us. They really are. Very, very sensitive. Men will tell you, the non-macho ones. But you could tell they sensitive. They actually can be sweethearts. Again, we're not talking about no toxic people. So we got toxic women too. So anyway, like I'm gonna be sad. I don't bash men because I love the men, and I see both sides. I'm a counselor, a marriage counselor, so I see how these ladies be acting, and they be cutting up, some of them. So we have to stop acting like we are so innocent. We are not, and we do things wrong too, and we all can correct these behaviors. Alrighty now, drop me some comments. Let me know what you all think. I have been enjoying reading these comments, and you all are so sweet. Okay, take care now. All is well. Bye-bye.